Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the CSU Rams versus the UNLV Rebels. This is a second night here. This is the Saturday night. Last night was ugly. Our Rams were down 5-6, I think it ended up.
No, it was 6-0.
6-0. Yeah, no, you're right. I was wishful thinking there. They were goose-egged. Joining me on the mic tonight is Lindsay. Thank you so much. She is going to fill in a little bit for Josh, and you have to be nice to her. This is her first time doing play-by-play, but I guarantee it's going to be better than me, so don't worry about that. They've got the lights off, which is why it's a little dark. And the players are starting to come out onto the ice now. So we'll just be another moment or two before we can get this game going. I saw Tegan down there, so I think she'll be doing the national anthem again. She has a great voice. I just wish she wasn't hiding in that dark booth over there.
Well, and then the net kind of blocks the view anyway. So.
It does. I keep dreaming of getting some camera operators to help us, because I'd love to put somebody down there with just a shoulder-mounted camera, just walking around.
Oh, yeah.
Because then they could go up on her.
Yep.
Well, that sounded bad, but they could go to her.
Yes.
And when she sings the anthem, we could get that on footage, because she does a great job with it. You know, when the AC/DC's playing, it's not so far from the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome hockey fans to the Adora Park Ice Center and tonight's matchup between UNLV and your Colorado State Rams. Introducing tonight's starting lineup for the Rebels. At left defense, number 6, Connor Hetzel. At right defense, number 3, Trevor Ruiz. At left wing, number 17, Zach Lawson. At center, number 34, Jonah Pearson. At right wing, number 18, Victor Brass. In goal, number 1, Alex Feast. UNLV is coached by Anthony Vigneri Greener. And now, for the outer box starting lineup for your Knights of the Green and Gold, the Colorado State Rams. At left defense, a sophomore from Colorado Springs, number 9, Sam Thrutchley. At right defense, a freshman from Denville, California, number 11, Elijah Aquilita. At left wing, a freshman from Denver, number 17, C.J. Nitchen. At center, a sophomore from Littleton, Colorado, number 19, Ben Joseph. At right wing, a freshman from Simi Valley, California, number 18, Jonathan Judson. And starting in goal, a sophomore from Laverne, California, number 31, Avery McDonald. Head coach for the Colorado State Rams is Jeff Degree. The general manager is Joe Chirac. Tonight's officials are linesmen Nat Tyrell and Cameron Mullen. The referees are Nate Williams and Craig Steinhauer. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome tonight from Colorado State, Junior Tegan Smith.
Oh, there's our blink moment. Whenever they turn the lights back on, the camera always goes, for a second. But, all right, folks, thank you for tuning in and joining us here. We're just a few seconds away from getting the game underway. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about this. How about you?
I think it'll be interesting. The Rams can make a comeback easily. It's been a surprise with UNLV as they have just surprised ACHA with how well they've done because this is their first year as a D1 team. So, but they beat CU on Thursday night, beat us last night, but you know what? We can make a comeback.
Well, rumor has it that they turned down NCAA.
Yeah, I heard that.
And so they're just good, fast, and have a deep bench. So the Rams have got their work cut out for them.
Yes. Rams win the faceoff. UNLV is coming into our zone. One shot. Oh, a little close.
McDonald's, he's a little, well, he's nervous. You can tell he's a little stiff.
Just takes time for him to set, get ready, settle in.
Last night was a rough night for him, and hopefully he's going to be able to not so much redeem himself, but just be able to have better success than he was able to against them last night. But
well, it can't always be him. The defense needs to make a little bit more effort, but tonight we can do that. So UNLV is starting to set up. Orm takes the puck into our zone, or their zone. UNLV tries to set it up again.
They finally come out from behind their net, but immediately met by Rams' defense.
Yes, Riley had a great chance to keep the puck in their zone and at least got a shot on goal.
Now, is it Fiends that their goalkeeper?
It is, let's see, Fees it looks like.
Fees. Yeah, he proved last night to have some pretty cat-like reflexes.
Oh, yeah.
He snatched that one out of midair, stopping the clock at 18:17 here. We're about to get back underway. Down in the Rebel zone.
UNLV wins the faceoff. Sorry.
No. You know, I was going to bring some scratch paper to keep track of that. Last night, UNLV just dominated the faceoffs. And we didn't really see any stats as to what the breakdown percentage was, but I would be curious.
Corey Taylor takes the puck away. And we force the Rebels back into their zone for a second. Great block from DeFazio. The Rams tried to take it, but unfortunately couldn't. The Rebs are still trying to go at it. So as the Rebs head back to the bench for switching the lines, we have possible chance. We're starting to push them back.
Well, sorry there. I lost it in that black zone we've got right in front of us. The front 5 feet or so of this 4 wall can be a little difficult to see if the puck goes in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Shots on goal. McDonald saves.
Yeah, it bounced off his chest and then into his glove. Yeah. He did the smart thing. Rather than try to play it off and pass it over, just go ahead and do the face-off again. Well, the Rebels take that one again.
They do.
That's 2-1 so far.
defense has been great so far. Hasn't given them a clear chance to really get a clear shot until then. Unfortunately, he missed.
Well, the Rams are able to recover the rebound, though, and they're bringing it out across the red line. They dump it in. They're going to put a couple of fresh skates on the ice, but most of the guys are going to stay out there for now. Rebels, though, are quick to take it away from them and bring it back into their offensive zone. This will give an opportunity for both teams to get some fresh skates out on the ice here.
Rebels score.
Yeah, they got O'Donnell going to his left, and then they switched it back around and snuck one in on his right.
And our defense was on him. Unfortunately, our defense just kind of tripped up right there, so they couldn't make the right block.
Both teams were completely spread out all over the ice at that point, so it's Rebels were able to take advantage of a 2-on-2 defender situation, but just got it past them. They strike first. 15:47 left in the first period, and the Rebels are up by 1.
Ben Joseph in the center. Rebs take it.
That blue line shot was deflected by O'Donnell, or McDonald.
McDonald.
Excuse me. Now, I thought we were going to have Morgan in the net tonight.
I don't know. They may do half or 1 or 2 periods with McDonald and then 1 with Morgan. So
the consensus is that my joke from last night was okay. Nobody was offended, or at least said anything offended. I made a joke when Morgan went in and said, Ensign Morgan is taking the net. If you're too young to drink, you can't be the captain.
yeah, fortunately that's not how it goes. But a lot of the freshmen are around 21. So
well,
Morgan
okay.
is 21. I think he turned 21 a few weeks ago.
I thought he was 18.
No.
UNLV. I'm not on.
Yeah.
You off?
Well, you're on with us, Mark.
UNLV goal. Turn it down. Pick a 9. Scored by number 14, BJ Silvera, with the assist to number 2, Jake Kearsley, and number 18, Victor Brass. Silvera from Kearsley and Brass. Rebels goal at 4:13.
The Rams force the Rebels into their zone. And the Rebs are able to take back. Kyle Riley on a 2-on-1. Fortunately, there wasn't anybody there to try and get in the goal. And say, Norm scores a goal!
Under 2 minutes later, the Rams are able to respond, tying the game back up at 1. 14-14 in the first period. I was just about to say that folks that are tuning in from Nevada may not realize that we give our house announcer a mic as well, and sometimes he just pipes in when he needs to, not knowing what we're saying at the time. And in that case, he has 2 mics that he's juggling, one for us and one for the arena, and it seems that he turned ours on a little early that
Puck goes into UNLV zone. Liam Millar on number 21. They're able to keep the puck in their zone. Trying to set it up.
Colorado State goal! Scored by number 8, Alec Orm, with the assist to number 28, Kyle Riley, and number 29, Austin Ensay. Orm from Riley and Ensay, Rams goal at 5:46.
He also gets loud when he gets excited.
Who doesn't? Looks like the Rebels win the faceoff, and the puck goes out to play.
All right.
Rams win the faceoff, but UNLV takes it.
It's quickly stripped away from him.
Unfortunately, it looks like it went out of play again, so we'll be having another face-off. They have the chance to switch up the line, so they're going to do that.
Well, apparently one of the Rebels was a little too antsy for the Zebras' taste, so they're switching him out. But it didn't really matter. The Rebels took that face-off as well.
Rams try and push the puck back in, and they do so successfully. But UNLV takes it once more. Trying to set up, but looks like Davies had the chance to take it. Max Legier had a shot on goal, but didn't get in. Davies tried to do another shot. Fortunately, it was just a little too far right to the goal post. The Rebs are able to take the puck back and push us back into our zone.
UNLV just changed up their line, so they got some fresh skates out there. We'll see if that makes a difference with their tack, but the Rams are trying to get it out.
They have a chance for a line change, so they're doing that. A shot on goal, but deflected off of McDonald.
See, they have to be careful with line changes because that's when UNLV attacked them last time.
Oh, yeah. Nitchin takes it in, tries to take a shot on goal, but Feast takes it and catches it.
Right into the mid, stopping the clock at 12:21 here in the first period. If you're just tuning in, we are tied at 1 here. UNLV struck first, but in under 2 minutes later, the Rams were able to respond.
The Rams win the faceoff, and we have a shot on goal, but Feast catches it again.
That was the second faceoff the Rams have taken. So it's going to be a long night of defense, I have a feeling.
It is, but Coach DeGree's main idea is defense first, so. Have a little bit of face-off interference. The Rebels win the face-off, but we're able to take it. We try and push it into the goal, but can't do so.
You know, they cut the Bon Jovi off right at the best part.
Unfortunately, that's the Zebras that do it, not us.
I know. And then they go to the song that the American DJ replayed for them or rewrote. This song is always, in America, this song is always paired up with We Are the Champions. And Queen had no idea that was happening when the album came out. Forced a change in their playset ever since.
The Rams are able to keep in their zone, trying to set it up. Nelson has it. Now it's sent to Joseph. Joseph takes a shot on goal, but it doesn't get in, unfortunately.
Minute 47 left in this power play for the Rams. We'll have to see if they're going to be able to take advantage of it and take the lead.
Rebs win the face-off, but it looks like it hit one of the players, so it didn't go as far as they wanted it to. And we're able to keep it in their zone.
UNLV penalty is on number 2, Jake Kearley, 2 minutes for tripping. Kearley, 2 minutes for tripping. Rebels penalty at 7:56.
Nelson brings it out. Nitchin pushes it in across the blue line. Alec Orm has the puck. Again, shot on goal. But it wasn't a goal, unfortunately.
No, he was able to stop that out at the edge of his box. They're going to check the goal post real quick, make sure they're still planted. And then we'll get this face-off here on the far side. 1:10 left in the power play.
Rams win the face-off, but Rebs steal it. Now it's a one-on-one.
Oh. Well, the puck doesn't go into the net, but the player does.
Oh, yeah.
He plows into McDonald, and they go back, pushing that nearly all the way to the wall.
Oh, yeah. That was a pretty hard hit.
And what he doesn't understand, though, is that the Rams are an incredibly protective team of their goalkeeper.
Yes, they are.
So what he possibly only did is just upset the Rams.
Oh, yeah. The Rams are just a very protective team in general. I mean, they protect anyone, even the brand new kids, so. But some of the guys may be out for number, I think it was 36 that plowed into McDonald.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Now, we're not certainly advocating any kind of revenge because
No.
accidents happen.
Yes.
And I'm going to have no problem assuming that was an accidental collision. But all I'm trying to say is that if you're going to take it to a physical game, the Rams will be right there with you.
Yes. Well, the Rams won the faceoff and were able to keep most of the control. We're now in UNLV's zone. We're just trying to get our setup right. Riley is trying to find a person to take it to. Fortunately, there wasn't anybody there, and UNLV takes it. Number 17 is in. Shot on goal, but McDonald blocks it out. Now the Rams are just preparing for a setup while they're in their zone, while UNLV is switching as well.
Now the Rebels aren't conceding any ground at all. They had put heavy defense even with that, simple bringing it out. They weren't willing to wait and meet them in the neutral zone. They put the pressure on right away, and it's continued all the way down into the Rams' offensive zone.
Oh, yeah.
That gets kicked out, but they're going to call the icing on that and bring it back.
Rebs win the face-off. But the Rams are so far able to keep in their zone until now. We're able to push it back into their zone. CJ Nixon takes in. Ben Joseph does a shot on goal. Keeps playing. The Rebels steal the puck from us, and they're on their way back to our zone. And now it's a bit of a race and they call icing.
Rams will take advantage of that and put some fresh skates out on the ice here with 8:58 left in the first. UNLV, however, they're going to have to make do with what they've got at least for another minute or so.
Rams win the face-off.
Quick shot is deflected.
Yeah. Looks like Nelson sends it to Southwell, but unfortunately Southwell wasn't able to keep it. Now we're back into the defensive stance. UNLV rushes in and tries to do a shot, but luckily McDonald blocked it. Now we're back into their zone. We had a shot on goal, but Feast deflected it. It's still in their zone. Looks like refs calling penalty of cross-checking. Looks like it's on UNLV. It's 2 minutes at 8:08.
That is the second time UNLV has had someone in the penalty box. Last night they had an incredibly clean game. They only had 2 trips to the sin bin total. So far, we're not even through the first period, and we've already seen that.
Well, hopefully we can use it to our advantage.
Well, this is the 3rd game this weekend for them. Las Vegas is not very high up elevationally.
No, they're not.
So
Coming from Vegas, because I'm from Vegas, it's a bit of a change just flying right up here. Ansay does a shot on goal, but Feast catches it.
Oh, so you understand exactly what I'm talking about with
Oh,
the
yeah.
altitude difference.
Oh,
Rebels
yeah.
penalty is on number 2, Jake Kearley. 2 minutes for cross-checking and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. Kearley, 2 minutes for checking, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. 4-minute penalty at 11:52.
Well, that'll be a major power play for the Rams.
Oh, yeah. Well, we start the face-off again. The Rams win it. Hopefully we're able to keep it, and we are. Riley takes it. Southwell tries to find someone to pass it to. Passes it to Riley. Then DeFazio, Taylor. Foz tries to do a slap shot, but unfortunately it was blocked. Taylor was able to keep it in. Southwell tries to shoot as well, but then it was blocked. Looks like it was a penalty of high sticking. Who was it on?
28.
Oh, Kyle Riley. So now we're back in our zone, even though we were doing so well in theirs.
Well, and it neutralizes the power play at least
Yeah.
for the next 2 minutes. We'll still have one for 1:19 after he's back. But we saw last night that UNLV does not have any problems playing 4-on-4.
No, they
is
do
on
not.
number 28, Kyle Riley, 2 minutes for high sticking. Riley, 2 minutes for high sticking. Colorado State penalty at 12:33.
The Rams are able to take control of the puck. Until then, where UNLV was able to steal it back.
Yeah, immediately lost it.
Right as I said that.
That's how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly how it goes. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to us.
The Reds are able to push back into our zone, but CJ Nitchin steals it. He pushes through, does a shot on goal, but Feast is able to defend the net.
I was initially a little surprised with how good UNLV is at hockey, considering it's not exactly a cold weather state
No, it's not.
or a cold weather city.
Oh, it is not. In the summer, it is horrible.
But that actually could maybe explain it, because everyone escapes that heat to someplace cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And an ice rink is cool.
Yes, we Las Vegas people always try to escape the heat, and we basically go into hibernation in the summer.
Yeah, I was there once, and I'm not talking about the Strip. I was like at a grocery store several miles from the Strip, and there was more people at 1 a.m. in the store than I remember seeing in the afternoon or even late morning. It was just kind of funny. That's when I knew it was my kind of town.
Yeah. It's a 24-hour city. Well, the Rebels had control for a while, but we were able to steal it back. Ansay does a slap shot.
No, but Freeze is right there ready for him.
Yes.
Snatches it up, stops the clock. 6:02 left in the first. 35 seconds left here in the Rams penalty. and a minute 54 for the Rebels. So,
You know, it's just amazing seeing the UNLV hockey team because it's just brought out so much from the community. I remember seeing a news report about them going to nationals last year, and they raised $30,000 just from that.
nice.
So they have the support behind them, and I think that's why they're doing so well, because they have that amount.
Now, have the Golden Knights stepped up and supported the
Well-
local teams at all? And for those who don't know, the Golden Knights is the new NHL team that has gone into Vegas.
Well, UNLV, where they play, is the Golden Knights practice facility. So they already have that on their side. I don't know how much the Golden Knights really work with ACHA, especially because it could give an unfair advantage. But
Well, I'd say I don't know about unfair advantage. I hear what you're saying, and I kind of
Yeah.
agree with it in theory. But then there are teams in this league that stack their teams with a bunch of Canadians.
oh yeah, I think that's part of the reason why UNLV is doing so successful. When I started watching their hockey team, I noticed they signed a lot of Canadians. So they have those guys who have been playing hockey since they could walk.
Of course, the Rams kind of did their counterman. They went to Alaska. They recruited a lot of kids from Alaska.
yeah.
So any of the countries that are inside the Arctic Circle usually produce good hockey.
Well, here we are with another face-off.
Rams are back to full strength. 40 seconds left in this power play.
Rebs were able to take control, but we were able to steal it from them, and puck goes out of play. Rams win the face-off. Nelson takes control, sends it to Nitchin. Looks like Ben Joseph is trying to decide where to send it. Unfortunately, a UNLV player intercepts. McDonald comes out of the net.
And this is what makes me nervous. He is way outside of the net.
Yeah. But he's able to send it right, so we are able to get back in UNLV's zone. Ben Joseph is able to score!
Glove side high, gets it over his shoulder, but into the corner of the net, taking the lead. 4:15 here in the first period.
Was a beautiful power play goal
Absolutely.
with 7 seconds left in their penalty kill.
See, and that's a great way to do it, too. If you're,
Oh, yeah.
you're going to negate the power play anyway, so wait till the end.
Yes. So now the Rams take the lead, 2-1. The Rebs are able to push into our zone. Looks like there could be a penalty.
Excuse me. What they want to avoid is a mirror image repeat of what happened last time, where the Rebels scored first and the Rams immediately replied.
Yeah.
Number 15 is being escorted over to have a seat.
Liam Millar. Most likely be a minor, so he'll only be there in 2 minutes, hopefully. We'll see as soon as the officials announce, or as soon as Mark announces what the penalty is. So now we're having face-off in our zone for the first time, what seems like a few minutes.
I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, it seems like
Colorado
we're doing...
State power play goal. Scored by number 19, Ben Joseph. With the assist to number 17, CJ Nitchin. And number 8, Alec Orm. Joseph from Nitchin and Orm. Rams power play goal at 15:45. Colorado State penalty is on number 15, Liam Millar. 2 minutes for holding. Millar, 2 minutes for holding. Rams penalty at 16 minutes.
So So now we're shorthanded. They tried to do a shot on goal, but it was able to go behind the net.
Oh, and the net's moving, so that'll stop the clock.
Seems like the Rams are doing a lot better offensively. They have a little bit more of a push towards the goal. So, I mean, last night we weren't able to score a goal, and now we already are ahead of UNLV. Our defense just needs to keep up with it so we can prevent UNLV from scoring.
I'd love to know if this is a combination or, oh!
And UNLV.
Number 20 for the Rebels is able to slap shot it past.
Yep.
Tying the game back up at 2. And they pretty much did the same thing too. They had a power play goal. Tying that up, so that will put us back to full strength here as we get back underway mid-ice.
The Rams just have to make sure they play a really clean game so that way they can avoid the penalty box and avoid such situations like that.
Absolutely.
Rebs take control. They send it into our zone.
You do bring an excellent point where they were scoreless last night. I don't know what the score is from Thursday night's game, but I don't think it was very high.
Thursday's night game, UNLV won 6-2. So
6-2. So they haven't had a whole lot scored on them this road trip. I can't help but wonder how much fatigue and altitude is starting to play a factor.
I'm sure it does. I remember coming back from Thanksgiving break and I was just breathless when I went to go work out. So the Rebs are back into our zone and there's another icing call, it seems.
Now, when you first got home, was the opposite happening? Were you all energized? And
oh, yeah. Well, I just wanted to go home and sleep. I was so exhausted. But yeah, it is quite the opposite.
Excuse me.
We're back in the Rebel zone. And we're able to win the face-off. Kyle Riley has control, but 2 UNLV players are putting a lot of pressure on him, and now it's back to Tyler Nelson. Riley tried to send it to looks like Austin Ansay, but UNLV player intercepted, and now we're back in our zone. UNLV is heading back to get a right setup, and Austin Ansay is able to steal it. Unfortunately, the puck was just a little too far right of the goalpost. We're able to take control as UNLV has a line switch. Getting a bit of scuff, and now we're back in our zone behind the net. CJ Nitchin takes it for a 2-on-1. Loses the puck. Now we're back headed to our net. It's like a UNLV player will beat us to the puck, but Ben Joseph is able to take the puck away. Looks like 26, Corey Taylor was able to send it back into their zone, but there was nobody there to keep it in there.
1 minute remaining.
Number 12 comes in, tries to shoot a goal, but deflected. Now it's a race between Liam Millar and what looks like number 2.
It's got to be down there in the back.
And it's into the Rebel zone. Fortunately, it was deflected. Now Riley DeFazio takes control of the puck. Sends it to Tyler Hinchcliffe. Puck ends up back in their zone, but UNLV is just getting set up. Number 20 is kind of racing towards the puck, or our net, but he wasn't able to do anything.
And with the buzzer, that brings us to the end of the first period. Right now we're tied at 2, which is a lot better than we were at last night at this point.
I think the Rams just have a lot more emotion in it today to kind of push them through and might be able to use their head a little bit more. And this is the first time we're ever playing UNLV as a D1 school as well, so we don't know exactly how UNLV play. That was last night was our first real preview.
Our first experience with them.
So Coach Degree and the assistants are able to change up the lines to see whatever's going to be more successful tonight.
Absolutely.
And it looks like it's already making a difference.
It already has been. You know, we're at the end of 1 and we're tied as opposed to down by 5.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, no, this is already an improvement. Well, folks, we're going to step aside. We will be back for the start of the second period. Thank you so much for watching Colorado Sports TV and our coverage of the CSU Rams versus the UNLV Rebels. Folks, welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the CSU Rams versus UNLV Rebels. The players have just come out of the locker room, and we are just a few moments away from getting this game back underway. And I found the stat sheet here. It seems that the Rebels had 10 shots on goal to the Rams 14 and spent 6 minutes in the penalty box to the Rams 4. So right now it's a little lopsided, but the only stat that matters is the goals. And right now they're tied at 2.
Hopefully we can continue the pressure throughout the second period as we did towards the end of the first period in order to keep those goals and possibly even get some more power plays. So that seemed to be the one thing that truly helped us.
Absolutely. In fact, I think all 4 of the goals were scored on a power play.
I believe you're right.
So that means you need to limit your time in the box for the Rams so that way you don't give them an opportunity. But we are now underway. The Rams take that face-off and launch it up to Mars. What was going on with that? That went up, bounced off the rafters and into the netting.
You know, sometimes they just try and send the puck towards the opposite side, and sometimes it doesn't always go the way you want it to go.
I guess not. So we'll try this again here, and still in the neutral zone.
Rebs win this face-off. They're able to keep control. But they weren't able to successfully enter our zone, so it forces them to go back into theirs for a bit. Joseph intercepts. He shoots, but it was deflected. CJ Nitchin took it.
Well, the good news in this situation is we're now finally into the second period, where historically the Rams wake up.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That could not be more true, but hopefully I don't jinx them on it.
Oh, you wouldn't have. I would. I said it first. But
the Rebs had a great chance to score a goal, and McDonald came out, and they almost had it, but I don't know what quite stopped them. So UNLV is able to keep it in. They shoot, but it looked like it was deflected off of McDonald's pads. Now it's a one-on-one, and he's able to score! Making it 3-1, or 3-2.
3-2. Under 2 minutes, or just over a minute into the second period, the Rams once again take the lead. Thanks to Austin Ansay.
It seems tonight we have a few more of those one-on-one situations or even two-on-one situations. That seems to be what's really helping us as well.
Absolutely.
So
I see that Ansay got the A on his jersey now.
yes, he is one of the team's assistants. So our captain, Griff Slidham, isn't playing tonight, most likely for health issues. I know a few weeks back he suffered concussion, so he might still be facing some of those symptoms. But
yeah, the med teams are not, they don't play with those.
no. Fazio had control, sends it to Riley. Riley is able to go into their zone.
Oh, it looked like he just floated away from him, though.
Yeah. Number 29 has another.
Assist to number 11, Elijah Aquilina. And save from Aquilina, Rams goal at 107.
Ansay had another chance to score, but just went right into Feast's chest. So, was able to keep it out of the net, but as long as we can keep that pressure on the Rebels tonight, then we might be able to take away a win, but.
Well, that would be nice.
Well, especially beating another team that's ranked in the top 10. We did beat CU the one weekend, or the one series a few weeks ago, and they were ranked number 3.
Yeah.
So.
And we'll be facing them again here at Epic in February. It's our final game of the year is against the Buffalo.
It's going to be really exciting. Well, the Revs have control, but Legier is able to steal it away, but unfortunately the puck didn't quite go towards the net. Rebels take control again. Number 36 has it. He sends it between 2 of our players, but McDonald was able to block. We were able to do a little bit of a hand snatch and catch it. Now we're heading back to their zone. Looks like we'll do a line change with this chance. Rebels are building up momentum. It looks like it stopped just on the other side of the blue line, so now head back to our zone, or their zone. Liam Millar sends it back into their zone. Jared Southwell applies pressure, but there's another UNLV player they were able to send it to. Number 13 heads in. Puck is deflected. Aquilina has control. Jared Southwell, and now we're heading back towards our net, or their net. Icing called is, and we'll be heading into the Rebel zone for a face-off.
Yeah, I have to bring it all the way back down. I get so turned around in here. I think that's to the west end of the ice, but I wouldn't swear on it. It's either the west or the south.
I have no idea. I think it might be, I don't know. I think it's the south side. The entrance of the ice rink is kind of sets me off as it's at like an angle, so it's like.
Yeah, it's kind of northwest.
Yeah. The Rebs take control. They send it into our zone, but Hinchcliffe is able to intercept it.
It's the south.
Is it?
Yeah, when in doubt, pull your smartphone compass out.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know what we did with 4 smartphones. It was the dark ages.
Ben Joseph was able to intercept and send it into the Rebels zone. But they're able to intercept, and we're back into the defensive mode. Looks like there will be a penalty call.
Well, let's see. It looks like they've got the Rams penalty box door open, so.
Looks like CJ Nitchin is heading in. For 2 minutes, so it's a minor. I wasn't able to see exactly what he did. So.
Hopefully we'll get to hear in a second here. Now this is the danger point. We've just scored our goal, and now we're back to 4 defenders. We'll see if they are going to respond and if this trend of power play goals continues.
Well, Southwell is able to get out of their zone, or our zone, so that kills a little bit of time, which helps us.
This must be confusing because if you grew up listening to UNLV around now with the CSU, I can understand how this would be confusing.
I was never a Rebels fan. So, I was born here in town in Fort Collins, but, and it looks like.
Oh, they're knocking on the door, but it just. No goal,
Nope.
Waved off.
Yes.
McDonald caught a break on that one.
He almost did catch that, though. He was very close.
14:51 to go here in the second period. Rams are still up by 1. Got a minute 21 left in this penalty kill. Looks like they're going to bring the puck out to neutral ice for the faceoff.
Rebels win the faceoff.
The Rams penalty is on number 17, C.J. Nitchin, 2 minutes for slashing. Nitchin, 2 minutes for slashing. Colorado State penalty at 4:30 of the period.
We send the puck back into their zone. Now there's only a minute left in the penalty kill. Tyler Nelson tries to slap it out. Grayson North is successful. We send it across. Now we're racing towards the puck. The refs blow their whistle. So we'll be facing another face-off. Now we're heading into the Rebel zone. We have 36 seconds left in the penalty kill. Revs take the puck from the face-off. They're able to set it up. They push it into our zone, but it looks like it might have been an offsides call, possibly. Rebs take the puck. We're able to keep it out of their zone. They had it in our zone for about 1 second, but we were able to push it out. Now it's just a little bit of back and forth motion in the neutral zone. Rebels had a shot on goal, but it looked like it was deflected, and now we are at full strength. Sam Thrutchley takes it to Liam Millar. Elijah Aquilina takes it into their zone. Somehow it got intercepted. Now it's all the way back into behind our goal line.
Yeah, the Rams are trying to bring it out, but every move they make, the Rebels are right there to take it away from them.
Shot on goal, but deflected, and then it looks like Riley DeFazio was able to push the puck away from the net. Now the Rebs are just trying to find the perfect spot, and it looks like...
The Rams defender blocked that, and then it ended up underneath McDonald's glove. He just flopped down on top of it, stopping the clock at 12:33.
Looks like I think it was Kyle Riley that stopped it. Looks like he broke a stick in the meantime for that.
No, that'll make Coach DeGree cringe. He was commenting the last time we spoke with him that the stick expense is he's gotten a little high this year.
Oh yes, they have. I know a few of the players, like last year compared, they broke like 4 sticks in total, whereas this year they've already broken 4 sticks, and that was even before the season was halfway over.
Well, and you spent a stint as their equipment manager, is that correct?
I was, yes, for a majority or half of the season last year, and then I continued helping with the recruitment camp, the preseason camps, and tryout season.
Well, we're very happy that you just decided to help us out tonight.
Yeah, it's exciting to be here. It's definitely a different perspective from this, but it's kind of nice to be able to talk it through. So, looks like Austin Ansay is heading into the penalty box for a 2-minute penalty. Wasn't able to see what the refs
What they
declared
called
it
him
as.
on.
Yeah. So we're shorthanded once again, but hopefully we can keep the momentum that we had in the last power kill.
Rebs penalty is on number 29, Austin Ansay. 2 minutes for hooking.
It didn't even take 10 seconds on that power play, and the Rebels were able to tie the game up at 3, killing the penalty kill.
Before Mark even finished the penalty announcement, they scored a goal. So
we're once again tied just over the halfway mark in this game.
Rebs win the face-off. Aquilina is able to steal it though and push it through. However, a UNLV player was able to take it.
Word must have gotten out that the first period was pretty exciting because the student section of the seating has filled in. There's about twice as many people here now as there was during the first period.
Oh yeah. Well,
UNLV power play goal is scored by number 20, Elijah Barriga, with the assist for number 2, Jake Kearley. Barriga from Kearley. Rebels power play goal at 8:09.
I got to adjust the balance on that. Sorry, folks. That's louder than it should have been.
now we're back into defending our zone. Austin Ansay is able to push the puck out of into their zone. But the refs stop the game for offsides call, it seems.
So we'll get back underway here in the neutral zone. 10:58 left in the second.
Rebs take control, but they sent it towards our direction. We were able to kind of take it away, but we're still defending our zone.
Yeah, McDonald was on the wrong side of the net when the Rebels arrived. It always makes me nervous when they get away too far away from their their little blue painted zone in front of the net.
But sometimes those make the best plays, you know?
Oh, I know. I've seen some highlight reels where they make leaping dashes back in and then make these miraculous catches at the last second. And oh yeah, it's good drama. Bad for the cardiac, but good drama.
Oh yeah. I think any sport is bad cardiac-wise. Jonathan Johnson has a shot, but it looks like it just went over the net. Now the Rebs take control into our zone.
I'd say badminton, but I've seen Olympic badminton. Those guys get crazy.
Oh, yeah. Nelson was trying to send the puck across the ice, but fortunately right where he was sending it, UNLV was there to take it back. Looks like we have a chance for a line change. We're heading into the Rebel zone. Rams win the face-off. Corey Taylor is looking for someone to send it to. It's like Austin Ansay had a shot on goal that was deflected and then hit the nets. So game had to stop at 9:42. Kyle Riley wins the faceoff again. Unfortunately, there wasn't anyone to take.
The UNLV penalty is for too many men on the ice. Serving the 2-minute minor for the Rebels is number 20, Elijah Barriga. Time of the penalty, 10-12 of the period.
It's a bit of a race now between Riley DeFazio, number 17 on UNLV. But DeFazio is able to send it to number 29. Now we're just trying to prevent them from being able to truly plan how they're going to make a goal, and we're able to steal it in response. Number 9 has a shot on goal, but McDonald caught it and gives it to Corey Taylor. Riley DeFazio sends it back to Corey Taylor. Kyle Riley tries to muddle through, but he wasn't able to do so. Looks like DeFazio was able to intercept, sends it to Jared Southwell. They're able to get across. Ben Joseph is just trying to get clear. Austin Ansay is able to get it, but it looks like his goal is just a little too high and far left of the net. Ben Joseph has control again, or he did. Unfortunately, UNLV was able to push it out of their zone. But Ben Joseph was able to take it, and now it looks like it's Alec Orm trying to send it into the goal. Had 2 chances, but he wasn't able to do it. Now the Rams have to get out of their offensive zone, and it's 1-on-2, it looks like, or 2-on-2. Shot was a little too high.
That was powerful, but it was not directed right.
So now the Rebels are just waiting to set up. Number 20 takes it. CJ Nitchin is trying to bend. But now we're back in our zone. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty. There's quite a bit of response from the crowd.
The UNLV fans were not happy about something, and I have to admit I missed it.
I didn't see it either, but it could have. I think it was up against the glass, so we weren't really able to see it.
Either way, they're going to bring him out center ice to do the face-off here. Nobody's on their way to the sin bin.
Rebs win the face-off. They're just trying to find the right setup and plan accordingly. But this line is ready for him. Trying to prevent him to gain too much speed. We're able to steal him. It's Max Engel that enters their zone. He does a shot on goal, but it was deflected. And it got out of our zone, unfortunately. It just hit the glass the right way, so it was forced way out. The puck was forced out. Looks like it came between the net and the glass, and they're going to be having a face-off.
Yeah, they'll get this started again here in the neutral zone. 6:20 left in the second.
Rebs win the face-off.
If you'll allow me just a quick, kind of amusing observation here. There's a number of UNLV fans in front of us, and I see 2 parkas, 3 stocking caps, and numerous scarves.
Oh, yeah.
I look over to the Rams fans to my right, and I see T-shirts, mini skirts, and tank tops.
Well,
it's all about where you're conditioned.
Oh, yes. I was home for Thanksgiving, and it was about almost 90 degrees on Thanksgiving Day, so they're definitely used to warmer weather. So I think they're still in the 70s.
Yeah, it was in the upper 60s here on Thanksgiving Day, and I was out on my motorcycle. So, yeah, I've personally been enjoying this unseasonably warm season because it means I don't have to put my bike away.
Oh, yeah.
But we probably should put the bike away. It's now December.
Well, and it's Colorado weather, so it can change on a dime.
Oh, yeah. Colorado weather is absolutely straight up schizophrenic.
Yes.
Forget about crazy. We're past crazy. We're schizophrenic here.
I thought Vegas weather was bad, but I was wrong. I had a rude awakening when I moved here.
Yeah, I did too.
So it looks like we're heading into the Rebel zone. Looks like the Rebels have a penalty, possibly.
Yeah, they have their penalty box open.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's going to serve it. 17 is the one who sits down. I'm not sure if he's the offending player or if he's just been selected to have a seat.
Well, Zach Lawson is going to be taking that 2 minutes for the team. So looks like the Rebs win the face-off. DeFazio has control. Tries to find the right one.
Rebels penalty is on number 17, Zach Lawson. 2 minutes for tripping. Lawson, 2 minutes for tripping. UNLV penalty at 14:45.
DeFazio sends it deep into their zone. The Rams are just trying to get acquainted so they can get a setup, but UNLV has a strong defense. Looks like CJ Nitchin almost had a goal. He had at least a shot on goal, but just couldn't get into the net. Wasn't at the right angle. DeFazio tries to find a person. Ben goes to Ben Joseph. Had a shot on goal, but it was deflected by Feasta's pads, and then UNLV was able to hit him with the stick to send it into the back of our zone. Rams set up the line, doing a little bit of back and forth. Seems tonight with the Rebels, the Rams just don't have the chance to really sit and play with the puck to kind of gauge it. UNLV's, as I just said a few minutes ago, their defense is very strong and aggressive, so.
And constantly in their face.
Yes.
So they've not really given the Rams too many opportunities at kind of collectively bringing an offense to the game.
Yeah.
It's more reaction than action.
The Rams just have to keep the puck moving to keep it away from the Rebels. Rams win the face-off. DeFazio has control. He's trying to find a right angle. Gives it to Grayson North, the rookie. Looks like there was a bit of scuff, but unfortunately we weren't able to do anything. And now it's one of the UNLV players sent it into our zone, and Kyle Riley's just trying to decide what to do with it. And it looks like Grayson North is going to take it.
He better hurry. He's only got 15 seconds left in this penalty power play.
Kyle Riley gets into their zone. But as you said, it was very reactive, so. UNLV is full strength once again. But we're in in our zone. Can't tell who has control. It seems UNLV, and they're racing towards our net. It's like a one-on-one, but couldn't tell if it was either deflected or just was a little too far right of the net. Number 12 enters the zone. Tries to send it, but Tyler Nelson blocks. It's re-entered into our zone. Jonathan Johnson is now heading towards their goal, and unfortunately, Rebels intercepted for second. Looks like Ben Joseph was able to try and get a shot on goal, but Feast caught it.
Available to you on your computer, mobile device, and internet-connected gaming outlets. Follow all of CSU's home game action throughout the season.
It's a very different game from last night, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
We're making our presence a little more heard.
Thank you, Mark. Getting a little love from the house announcer. Yeah, I completely agree. This is night and day difference. For one thing, the Rams don't seem intimidated by him as they did last night.
Number 9, it was a one-on-one. UNLV tried to take a shot on goal, but Elijah, I think, Aquilina, I think is his name. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Was able to block it. Now the Rams have a chance for a line change.
Well, it's not tied at 3 with 1:53 left in the second. It's not the worst position to be in.
Oh no, this is much better than last night.
I personally am hoping that they can at least reclaim the lead and hang on to it through the next period so we don't have to go into overtime. But at the same time, I also admit that shootouts are fun.
Oh yeah.
If we could skip the overtime and go straight to the shootout, that'd be fun.
Austin Ansay tries to catch it, but wasn't able to do so.
It was like a goal line goal shot.
Yeah.
He sent that the whole length of the ice.
Yeah, he did. Looks like we're going to be having a face-off back in our zone. The ref blows the whistle as soon as the puck's dropped. Looks like for face-off interference. Seems UNLV is getting a bit irritated with our refs.
Yeah, that happens.
Rebels win the face-off. Alec Orm is able to take control, sends it to Grayson North. He's able to push it out of their zone, but UNLV was able to take it back. But now we're being just as aggressive offensively. We're giving them quite a bit of pressure, so they can't sit with it either. Sit with the puck at least.
Oh, and I'm amazed that didn't skim the net as it went down, but it stayed in play.
Rams are getting prepared defensively.
I have a love-hate relationship with that net. I love that it keeps everyone safe. I hate that it gets in my way.
Oh yeah, I can agree. It's funny because, it looks like number 2 is going into the penalty box for UNLV with 38.3 seconds left in the second period. So we'll have a penalty running into the third period.
He's not happy about it either.
No. I wasn't able to see what the penalty was, but it's 2 minutes, so it's only a minor.
Well, we should hear in a minute.
But hopefully
we'll hear it before they go to intermission.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully we're able to do something, possibly with the 38.3 seconds left that we have in this period.
That would work too.
Goal-wise. But UNLV is able to send it across.
UNLV penalty is on number 2, Jake Kearley. 2 minutes for slashing. Kearley, 2 minutes for slashing. Rebels penalty at 19:21.
CJ Nitchin is able to push it in, but two players kind of,
He got mugged at the blue line.
yeah. So UNLV was able to send it back into our zone.
Down to under 10 seconds here. If they're going to do something, they better hustle.
CJ Nitchin takes it to Alec Orm, to Ben Joseph.
Yeah, they've conceded. That's all right. They're going to go into the second intermission, tied at 3. And when they come back, they'll have a power play for 1 minute 21 seconds.
They will.
So that was a pretty exciting period. Don't go anywhere. Well, don't go anywhere too long. If you need to go get something to eat, go get something to drink, that's fine. But come back here, folks, in about 15 minutes as we get the third period back underway. Thank you so much for watching Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the CSU Rams versus UNLV Rebels. We'll be back soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the CSU Rams versus the UNLV Rebels. Right now, we're tied at 3 as we head into the third period. The Rams are going to be on a power play starting off for the next 1 minute and 21 seconds. As we can see, the guys are starting to stretch out and get ready for this final period. Well, at least we hope it's going to be a final period. Now, if after the 20 minutes of play they're still tied at 3, or they've bumped it up to tied at 4 or 5, what we'll do is we'll have a 5-minute overtime period. And if at that point we're still tied, then we go to sudden death shootout. So we've still got some exciting hockey ahead of us.
It'll be interesting because I know the Rams, especially in overtime, we do exceptionally well. And even if we can't score a goal, we are well defensively and even push it into a shootout. I think the last 2 shootouts we've had have been with CU, and we beat them both times. So, or in both of those situations.
Yeah. Well, the Zebras are getting everyone called to the center circle, so we'll be getting this game back underway right now.
Rams win the face-off and push through, but Orm met a player near the blue line. We'll be able to somehow do a shot on goal, but it was right in between the piece's chest, so we're going to be forced with another face-off.
We'd love to see them take advantage of this power play.
Yeah,
Put another one on the board.
It would be. I mean, we've seen them do really well with this type of situation, so hopefully they can just get set up and be able to do the right thing and get the puck into the goal. And Tyler Nelson is taking his time. Now the Rams are headed into UNLV zone. CJ Nitchin was met with 2 players, though, and he wasn't able to go forward, and now we're back to setting it up towards our zone. Riley DeFazio is trying to push through, and he's able to do so, but the puck just escaped him. But we're keeping the puck in their zone. DeFazio takes control. Corey Taylor sends it to, looked like Jarrett Southwell. Corey Taylor has it again. Back to DeFazio. It's a bit of a scuff, so wasn't really able to do anything, and now the Rebels are at full strength. Number 22 is able to escape through into our zone, but was met with Corey Taylor, who hit him pretty hard in the boards. Looks like Austin Ansay is able to get into their zone, but lost the puck, and so UNLV takes control again.
Yeah,
Looks like
it'll be a tripping call.
Yeah, delayed penalty.
That one was pretty clear. I can't believe we're so close to the end of the season already. Tonight's game will be the final game of the calendar year. And then when we come back from the spring semester, there's 4 games left.
Really? I mean, last year was a little bit different, though. I mean, we had more road trips in the first semester of the season rather than the second. I think there was only 2 road trips in total during the second semester, and then we had the chance to go to nationals.
There was a lot more home games spring semester last year. But this year, they got them mostly front-loaded, and they're on the road a bit. So we've got a series in the middle of...
Corey Taylor, 2 minutes for tripping. Taylor, 2 minutes for tripping. Colorado State penalty at 1:55.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yep. You were spot on.
Yeah. Well, he kind of crawled across the ice to do it, so it was
pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Your team's on a CB and Potts.
I was just saying they got one.
Let's make some noise for your penalty.
Oh, he left his mic on. And UNLV is able to get one in, taking advantage of their power play. 17:07 on the clock in the regulation, and they have jumped out to the lead. Not the first time for the game.
Nope. Well, McDonald was a little bit ambushed there. He just wasn't quite able to get to his left fast enough. So,
yeah.
But hopefully the Rams will be able to answer back to that goal, and the Rebels win the face-off. Corey Taylor intercepts, but lost control, and now number 16 was heading into our zone, but it looks like it's going to be offsides call.
Yeah, they turned the house music up a little.
The Rebels win the face-off, but we get control. Liam Millar is trying to break through into their zone. We're able to get the puck across the blue line, but Rebs have control, and they're trying to build momentum and enter our zone. But the puck hit the net, so we'll be having another face-off in our zone.
Last night we were making jokes about how we wondered if the game was, if any of the casinos in Vegas were doing sportsbook on the game.
I'm not sure. I know one of the casinos do sponsor. I believe it's like the D Casino or something like that. And I think they may sponsor the Rebels, but I don't know if they're able to sportsbook it, but I wouldn't be surprised. It is Vegas after all.
Oh, yeah. I called South Point. They weren't doing it, but that's the only casino I know because I've got some people that work there. But that would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind hearing about our footage being up on one of their screens.
No, that would be great exposure for us. The Rams are trying to make a setup. Riley reverses. He's just trying to get the puck out of our zone as quickly as possible, and Ansay has it now. Riley was able to take it from Ansay, but the puck hits the net once again, so we'll be having another face-off.
15:36 left here in regulation. In the past, I've said some situations like, oh, 13:36 left in the game, and then they go and tie it and push us into overtime. And
hopefully we can do that. UNLV has a minor penalty for 2 minutes. I wasn't able to see what it was because I thought it was the net that stopped the game. Grayson North tries to have a shot on goal, but it's just a little too high. And the Rebels are able to force it out of their zone. Tyler Nelson takes the puck. He's trying to decide what way would be best. He sends it to Nitchin, and now Grayson North,
is on number 36.
who tried to get it to Nitchin, who would have been right in front of the net, but
Brett, 2 minutes for slashing.
just wrong angle. And now the puck is sent back into our zone so the Rebels can kill their penalty. Tyler Nelson has the puck again, sends it to Austin Ansay, sends it to Kyle Riley, but Riley wasn't able to take control of the puck, and UNLV was able to send it back to the other side of the rink. DeFazio gives it to Corey Taylor, sends it to Kyle Riley. We're just trying to beat them speed-wise.
I don't know if Rams are going to be able to do that. There's some fast skaters on the Rebels team.
Well, and I've seen the practice rink, and they have quite a few amenities that really try and help out their skills and agility and all of that good stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if UNLV really tries to take that option to just make them as a better team. DeFazio has control. Well, it looks like there was a bit of scuff between, I don't know if it was Corey Taylor or Austin Ansay. UNLV's crowd was getting a little hostile.
Taylor's on his way to the send-in.
No, it's Austin Ansay.
Oh, yep, you're right.
So, but UNLV basically just killed their penalty. They only have 8 seconds left. Now we have a 2-minute penalty, so.
Yeah, 8 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey to shifting to a penalty kill.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to win this face-off and just send it to the other side of the rink. But the Rebs take control. Ben Joseph is just trying to get the puck through.
Colorado State penalty is on number 29, Austin Ansay, 2 minutes for interference. Ansay, 2 minutes for interference. Colorado State penalty at 6:16.
UNLV is full strength.
UNLV takes control. And we're just lining up our guys, just trying to make a wall so they can't get the puck into the net. Number 2 tries to take a shot. Looks like it.
It was way wide.
Yeah, it's just wide.
But they're lining up just inside the blue line, trying to get something.
Oh, yeah. The Rams just need to keep the pressure and keep the Rebels moving and not even let them get close to the goal, because it seems like that's where they get it.
A slap shot off the pads. The rebound goes in. McDonald was able to stop the slap shot, but he couldn't control the rebound, and Rebel was right there, chipped it right over his leg into the net, extending their lead to 2. It's now with 12:37 left in regulation. Rams 3, Rebels 5.
Both the last 2 goals were on penalties, so we just
Most of them have been.
Yeah, most of them. So Rams just have to make sure they play a clean game.
Yeah, if they can stay out of the penalty box, they've got to bet. That's the first step towards keeping them from scoring.
That's the bottom line. The team is stronger as with 5 players on the ice rather than 4. So Rebels send the puck across the blue line. Haven't had a chance to set it up. We're trying to make sure the pressure is on each player. Now is a little bit of a breakthrough to Liam Millar. He tries to send it to Jared Southwell,
So he's got
but he wasn't able to get the right angle into the goal. Looks like there's another penalty. I can't see what or who it was. I wasn't able to see the ref signal, but it looks like it's Jared Southwell.
And I think they're going to bring that back down to the Rams' defensive zone.
Oh, they will. If it's our penalty, they will do that.
Yeah, Southwell's having a seat. Now, we just got done saying the first step to keep them from scoring is to stay out of the penalty box. So the next thing they do is Southwell has a seat. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully the 4 guys remaining are going to be able to keep the defense going and keep that puck away from McDonald.
UNLV power play goal is scored by number 11, Cameron Fink, with the assist to number 2, Jake Kearley, and number 12, Jake.
The puck is sent into their zone. They're starting to set it up. Number 2 takes it, sends it to number 20. Push through. 12 has a chance, but
Fink from
McDonald
Kearley
caught
and sacks.
the puck in his
UNLV
glove.
power play goal at 7:23. Rams penalty at 8:09 is on number 16, Jared Southwell. 2 minutes for slashing.
Yeah, slashing will get you in the box.
The Rams are just trying to be as active as possible defensively. Trying to make sure they use their active sticks. They're doing so far a good job of blocking, but let's not jinx ourselves. McDonald was able to block that shot.
That was a big block.
That was a good block.
And it gets flipped up and out of play into the penalty box. So Southwell sees action even as he's having a seat.
He does. There's still 1 minute and 1 second left in that penalty, so we still have some time to kill. Having a face-off in the neutral zone, the Rams take control. There's a bit of a scuff kind of towards our bench with one of the UNLV players. But now we're just trying to get the puck away from the net. And Grayson North sends it into their zone. It's a little bit of a race now between Jordan Kaufman, but UNLV takes control once again. Moves into our zone. Tries to push it into our net, but McDonald was able to block.
Yeah, he brought that the whole length of the ice in, had a flip shot in, but it goes right into the pads.
Yeah.
McDonald is able to swallow that up, stopping the clock at 10:19.
Still have 28 seconds left on Southwell's penalty. So we still have some time. Rebels win the faceoff. They're just looking for any chance they can get. Rebels intercept it. It looks like
Colorado State returns to the ice Thursday night, January.
refs stopped the game.
Take on Arkansas here at the Epic. Puck drops at 8:30.
8:30. Ooh.
Junior Rams on after
They're just announcing the next home game is going to be January 18th Thursday, January 18th with an 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time
Wow.
start.
These games are rough, and it sucks for the players and even the staff because we still have school on Fridays. Most of us do. So,
Well, it could be worse. I've heard of 11:30 p.m. start times for School of Mines.
oh, really?
The School of Mines or Metro State or one of those guys, they play out in a neighborhood ice center in Littleton, and they couldn't get ice time until 11:30 at night.
Wow. McDonald stops the puck, forcing another face-off. I think that's the most safe thing to do, is to just cover the puck, not let any play happen, even if it would help us.
Yep, just swallow it up, stop the clock, let them regroup.
Yep. As soon as the puck was active again, it seems like Austin Ansay sent it out of play into the penalty box. So got another face-off coming up. Rebs win. Rebs go into their zone or towards their zone to set up a bit. But now we have control. Austin Ansay to Kyle Riley. To Alec Orm. Orm shoots, but Feast catches it. Seems like they're all trying to get the puck over Feast's left shoulder. It seems like that's towards his weak spot.
Well, that's where 2 of the 3 goals have come from.
So it seems like that's where they're trying to target.
Glove side high.
Rebs take control, but the Rams are fighting to keep the puck in. They weren't able to do so successfully, so now it's a bit of a race. And the refs call icing, so we will be going back into the Rebels zone.
That game on January 18th, I'm actually looking forward to that because that will be another first for us. University of Arkansas Razorbacks are coming to town.
Are they really? I thought they came into town last year.
You might be right, but I didn't think so. Or I wasn't there for that one because I was thinking this would be the first time I'd see the Razorbacks in action. And then that's a 3-game weekend on the 19th and 20th.
Yeah, we're playing Missouri State as well.
Missouri State comes. And they have been here before, so.
We've already played them away towards the beginning of the season, but I think we took a loss that whole weekend. But the thing about it is I believe we have 12 new rookies.
Yeah, this is a
this
rebounding year for us.
So it's definitely a bit of a change.
They lost nearly half the team to seniors.
Yeah, and this year we only have 2 seniors. So there's a little bit of a lack of leadership. But you know what? This rebounding year could just make the team that much stronger next year.
Absolutely.
Rebels take control. 20 tries to get it into the net. McDonald was able to cover the puck. Even so, there was a stop on play because 20 ran to the net and pushed it off the tracks.
Oh, 8:03 left in regulation here. Rams are still down by 2, so we'll have to see if they're able to pull this back.
Well, I have faith in this team. I mean, when we were playing CU and their home turf, we were able to tie it up within the last minute to force it into overtime. So
I don't doubt it. I share your faith. These guys can do it.
take the puck into Rebel zone, but they take control for a hot minute. Now we're just trying to get the puck. Now it's being forced into our zone for almost a one-on-one.
Oh,
But
that was scary.
Yeah, McDonald came out, so he's able to force the puck away from what looked like number 12, which although that was...
You know, he got to the puck half a step before number 12.
yeah.
If it had gone the other way, he'd have been in bad position.
Oh, yeah. Thrutchley does a great block with his stick. Now it's Jonathan Johnson on a one-on-one, and he sends it into the glove of Feast.
Who's had a great series. He's just stopped nearly everything that's come at him. Yeah, we scored 3 goals tonight, but he's just proven to be a very capable goaltender.
Yeah, I don't know if he played on Thursday night, but if he did, then he's only thus far let in 5 goals for this whole weekend. So Rams win the face-off. We're just trying to get focused and regrouped. Unfortunately, we were unable to stop the puck right there, so now it's back into UNLV zone, or our zone. We're just trying to get set up. CJ Nitchin is racing to get it. Now he's just trying to stop it, but UNLV is headed right back into our zone, prepared offensively, sends the puck towards the net, but McDonald's chest stops it. And now it's made its way back into UNLV's zone. Kyle Riley has control, sends it towards the back of UNLV's zone. The refs blew the whistle. Looks like number 10 of UNLV. Is that 10 or is that 19? 18?
18.
18. 18 is going into the penalty box with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, red letters on black shirt, not the easiest to read.
Well, and that was tucked in a little bit in the back, so we couldn't quite see what it was.
Absolutely. It was a rounded top. That's all we could really tell.
Rebs win the face-off. But we have control. We're just trying to get out of that corner, away from the boards, but weren't able to do so. Now it's a race between DeFazio and 16. 16's just trying to get set up so he can make the right goal, and DeFazio does a great block.
Yeah, he sacrificed his body to go ahead and keep that away from the goal.
The Rams are so willing to do
UNLV
that.
penalty is on number 18, Victor Brask. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. Brask, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. Rebels penalty at 14-10.
We pushed the puck back into their zone. Austin Ansay had a great chance, but it was just blocked by UNLV, I think.
And I lost the puck in the black hole, so sorry about that, folks.
Looks like we're heading back into our zone.
I don't see the penalty box door open.
Nope.
Minute 10 left to go in this power play for the Rams. 5:01 left on the clock.
Rams win the face-off. They're just trying to get set up and prepared for what might come at them. Tyler Nelson is pushing through, sends it to Alec Orm. Alec pushes the puck into their zone, but then UNLV sends it back towards us. Trying to swerve around a UNLV player. Grayson North puts the puck into their offensive zone, or our offensive. Which way is it?
I think he's going to set it down in the Rebels' defensive zone.
That's it. But
Rams will take this opportunity to change up their line, get some fresh skates out there. So they're going to be trying to press hard for the next 32 seconds while they still have this power play.
We would have won that face-off, but the refs.
Yeah, they
blew
saw
their
something they
whistle.
didn't like.
Yeah. Rams take the puck. They tried to shoot it, but Feast's chest blocked it from the goal. And UNLV was able to send it towards McDonald. McDonald's trying to figure out who to give it to. And Liam Millar is just trying to go as quick as possible with the 7 seconds he had in the penalty. They're trying to push through, but one of our players gets pushed into the net.
Yeah, we end up with a Ram in the net, but we needed the Rams puck.
Yeah. But now UNLV is at full strength, but it looks like one of their players went back into the penalty box.
Number 14 is now sitting down.
So we have another chance for a penalty. So UNLV will only have 50 seconds for full strength if they don't get another penalty within the next 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And what we need is the Rams to do something with this power play.
Absolutely. Rebels had an incredibly clean game last night, but tonight's it's been a tale of a different story because they've been outpacing us on the penalty minutes.
They have been. But what matters more is how many power play goals they're getting.
That is the only stat that really matters.
Yeah. We weren't able to keep it in our zone. Grayson
Checking
North
from behind. Silvera at 2 minutes. Checking from behind. UNLV penalty at 16:10.
Puck is back in their zone. We're trying to find it. Hit a ref, so that helped us out immensely, so it wasn't sent to the other side of the rink. Nelson sends it to Nitchin. Nitchin is getting through, but there was no one there to take the puck, and UNLV just overloaded them with players. DeFazio's pushing through, but looks like number 16 was not prepared to take that goal, or not goal, puck. Taylor sends it to Riley. Riley loses it. Southwell recovers. Riley's trying to push the puck as deep as possible into UNLV's zone. Sends it to 26. 26 has a shot on goal into Feast's glove.
That was a nice slap shot.
It was.
Unfortunately, a bit low for the corner he was targeting, and it goes right into the mitt. I think we have a timeout here.
Looks like, and there's still 28 seconds left in that penalty kill for UNLV.
Timeout, Colorado State.
Yep, the Rams called their timeout here. That's a smart move by Coach DeGree. Go ahead and let them regroup, to take a quick breath, but then also work out strategy for the next few plays.
It is, but also at the beginning of the season, it seemed like that was what killed us, was they would take a timeout, and then within the next few seconds afterwards,
all the momentum was
lost?
lost?
Yeah, all of the momentum was lost. So
that's always a gamble.
it's just a matter of using the right lines within the next 2 minutes and 17 seconds so we can keep that momentum.
Well, UNLV sends their squad back out. 28 seconds left to go in their penalty kill. And the
Rams are heading back for a face-off. Crowd is getting a little bit louder to try and support each side.
Yeah.
Jared Southwell has puck. sent it towards the goal, but went into Feast's chest. He just kept the puck.
Well, I got to give my hats off to the fans from UNLV that came 13 hours for the trip.
Oh yeah, when I was moving back here over the summer, it took my family and I 15 hours to get here. So.
Did you do 70 or 80?
Well, we got stuck in traffic over the mountains. That's what killed us. But we took 70.
Yeah, I've done it both ways, and on paper, 80 is an hour longer, but as slow as I drive through the mountains, it's about a wash.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, UNLV has a good group of fans here to support them. But, I mean, flights to Denver to Vegas are pretty cheap depending on when you get them. So,
they can be.
Yeah.
They catch you with the rental car agencies, but you can get a good deal if you book early and often.
Yeah. DeFazio tries to do a slap shot, but was blocked. Tries another one, but too many guys in front of the net.
Yeah, the Rebels are back to full strength now.
They are. Austin Anse has it, does a slap shot, almost sends it in the goal. Now it's a bit of scuff.
3 rebounds were attempted, but he was able to kick them out. Finally cleared the net out. The Rams have pulled their goalie to put another striker on the ice.
Seems thus far it's been very helpful, and they've gotten close to getting a goal, but we just have to make sure we do well defensively so that way they don't come back into our zone to score another goal to widen the gap. Looks like the puck entered UNLV's bench.
Now that'll stop the clock at 1:10 left to go. Oh, I'm focusing on the wrong zebra.
Rams have a face-off in the neutral zone. CJ Nitchin won the face-off, pushed it into the Rebel zone. It looks like they're doing as much as possible to keep it in. Sending it behind the net. And now it's sent almost across the rink into our zone. Nitchin has control again. Right now, it just seems UNLV is just ambushing any of our players who possibly have a chance, so we can't even do anything with it. But the refs blew the whistle. With 31.2 seconds left in the game.
Now, I have seen 2 goals in under 30 seconds before.
Oh, yeah.
It's rare, but it's happened.
McDonald's back on the ice. We don't know if he's going to get back into the bench or if he's going to go back into the net. Looks like the refs are declaring a face-off in the Rebel zone.
So McDonald goes ahead and gets back behind the wall.
Yeah.
And it keeps 6 attackers out for the Rams.
Rebels win the face-off, but we're using our speed to try and beat them anywhere they go. Now there's a race between what looks like 26, but his shot was high. Now the not the Rebels, but the Rams are just going as fast as possible to get back in our zone. But it looks like that's going to be about the game.
Yeah, just the final seconds here. And there's the buzzer. So that does bring us to the end of tonight. Final score, CSU Rams 3, UNLV Rebels 5. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. We hope you enjoyed the coverage. Lauren, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah, I would love to come back if you'll have me.
Please, please. We'd love to have you join us again in January and February, the 4 games we got left.
Yeah.
So, and I think Josh is supposed to may be around for part of it. So the two of you can take the mics, and I won't have to. No one will have to listen to me babble. So, but for now, we're going to go ahead and sign off. I want to wish everyone, all the hockey fans that don't watch any of our other coverage, which there's a few of you, that's okay. But we'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Since we won't be joining you again until January, we're just going to take this opportunity now to wish you a happy holiday season. And take care of each other, because it's getting crazy out there.
Yeah, stay safe.
Absolutely.
Holidays get pretty crazy, so.
And those are the good ones.
Oh, yeah. Happy holidays, and we'll see you guys in January.
Good night, everybody.